Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about something that will save you time, energy, and even your destiny: knowing when to walk away. Not every place you stay is meant for you. Not every hand you hold is meant to carry you. Not every door that opens is meant to lead you forward. One of the greatest signs of wisdom is the ability to discern where you are valued and where you are merely being tolerated. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most powerful lessons you will ever learn in life is this: you teach others how to treat you. From the moment you step into a relationship, a friendship, a workplace, or any environment, you are setting a standard. Whether you realize it or not, you are communicating to others what is acceptable and what is not. You are showing them how far they can go, how much they can take, and how little or how much they must respect you. The problem is not that people mistreat you. The problem is that you allow it. Every time you excuse disrespect, you are training others to believe that it is okay to dishonor you. Every time you tolerate being overlooked, you are teaching them that your presence is not valuable enough to be acknowledged. And every time you remain silent in the face of mistreatment, you are silently agreeing to be treated as less than what you are truly worth. People do not determine your value, you do. If you do not set a high standard for how you should be treated, others will set it for you. And more often than not, they will place you far below what you deserve. That is why you must establish your worth before the world tries to define it for you. You see, when a person knows their worth, they carry themselves differently. They do not chase after attention. They do not beg for love. They do not force themselves into places where they are not wanted. Instead, they demand respect, not with words, but with their actions. They walk with an unshakable confidence, knowing that they are valuable not because others say so, but because they know it deep within themselves. But the truth is, many people struggle with this. They stay in toxic relationships because they fear being alone. They tolerate disrespect because they are afraid of confrontation. They accept less than they deserve because they believe that something is better than nothing. But what they do not realize is that every time you settle, you send a message to the world that you are okay with being undervalued. If you do not teach others how to treat you with honor, then you will always be treated as an option. If you do not set boundaries, people will continue to cross them. If you do not demand respect, the world will assume you do not deserve it. You cannot blame people for mistreating you if you never showed them that you are worthy of more. So let me ask you, what are you allowing in your life? What behaviors have you excused? What standards have you lowered just to keep people around? Because whatever you permit will persist. Whatever you tolerate will continue. And whatever you accept is what you will receive. Do not expect others to change if you are not willing to change how you allow them to treat you. Because at the end of the day, it is not about them. It is about you. Time is the most precious gift given to mankind. It is the one resource that, once lost, can never be recovered. You can regain money, rebuild relationships, and even restore health, but time, once it is gone, never returns. This is why how you spend your time determines the quality of your life. Every second, every minute, and every hour is either an investment in your destiny or a slow drain on your purpose. Many people live as if they have eternity on earth, delaying their calling, postponing their growth, and waiting for the perfect conditions to take action. But what they fail to realize is that time is not waiting for them. Time moves forward, whether you are ready or not. The days do not pause for your indecision. The months do not slow down for your hesitation. The years will pass whether you make the most of them or waste them on things that do not serve your future. The greatest tragedy in life is not death. It is a wasted life. It is spending years in the wrong relationships, knowing that love is absent but staying out of fear of starting over. It is giving your energy to a job that does not fulfill you, dreading every morning yet refusing to step out in faith. It is surrounding yourself with people who drain you, belittle you, and discourage your dreams, but holding on because of history and comfort. Purpose is tied to time. Every moment you spend in the wrong place with the wrong people doing the wrong things is a moment you steal from the destiny waiting for you. There are ideas that could have changed the world that never came to life because someone wasted time. There are businesses that were never built, books that were never written, songs that were never sung, and inventions that were never created, not because of a lack of potential, but because of a lack of urgency. Some people say they are waiting on God, waiting on the right opportunity, waiting for a sign. But the truth is, purpose is waiting on them. Destiny does not respond to excuses. It does not bow to fear. It does not accommodate procrastination. Purpose moves at the speed of your decisions, and every delay in walking toward it is a loss of time you will never get back. Look at history And you will find that the most successful people were not the ones with the most resources, the best education, or the greatest connections. They were the ones who refused to waste time. They were the ones who understood that every day mattered, that every moment counted, and that the future is shaped by what you do today. They were the ones who chose to walk away from distractions, from toxic relationships, from unfruitful conversations, and from environments that did not support their growth. There are places you were never meant to stay. There are relationships you were never meant to hold on to. There are situations that were meant to be temporary, yet you have made them permanent. And every extra day you spend where you do not belong is a day stolen from the life you were truly meant to live. Some people wake up at the end of their lives, realizing too late that they have wasted what they were given. They see the opportunities they missed, the dreams they never pursued, the talents they buried, and the moments they took for granted. They look back and realize that they were always waiting for the right time, never understanding that the right time was always now. Too often, people stay in places where they are not valued, waiting for recognition that will never come. They remain in relationships that drain them, jobs that diminish them, and environments that stifle them, hoping that one day things will change. But the truth is, what does not see your value today will likely never see it tomorrow. Staying where you are not appreciated does not make you loyal. It makes you blind to your own worth. Many times, the discomfort you feel in certain spaces is not a sign that you need to try harder. It is a sign that you need to move on. You were never meant to force yourself into places that cannot hold the weight of your greatness. You were never meant to spend your energy proving your worth to people who refuse to see it. You were never meant to be tolerated when you were created to be celebrated. Purpose is a matter of perspective. A diamond in the hands of a child is just a shiny rock, but in the hands of a jeweler, it is a rare treasure. The problem is not the diamond, it is the inability of some to recognize its worth. And the same is true for you. If the people around you do not see your value, it does not mean you are worthless. It means you are in the wrong hands. It means you are in the wrong place. It means your true worth will only be revealed when you step into the right environment. The greatest mistake you can make is tying your self-worth to the opinions of those who refuse to acknowledge it. Some people will never appreciate you no matter how much you give. Some workplaces will never reward you no matter how hard you work. Some relationships will never nurture you no matter how much love you pour in. And if you continue to stay where your value is overlooked, you will begin to question whether you ever had any value at all. Nothing thrives where it is not nurtured. A plant cannot grow in dry soil. A bird cannot soar in a cage. And you cannot reach your full potential in a place that does not support your growth. The longer you remain where you are not valued, the more you delay the purpose that is waiting for you elsewhere. Your future is too important to waste in a space that does not see you. Your calling is too great to remain in a place that refuses to acknowledge it. Your time is too valuable to be spent trying to convince people to appreciate what they do not have the capacity to recognize. There is a place where your value will not only be seen, but will be nurtured, respected, and rewarded. There is an environment where you will not have to beg to be understood, where you will not have to prove your worth, where you will not have to shrink yourself just to fit in. The pain of being overlooked is often a divine sign that you were never meant to stay where you are. The rejection you face today is not a reflection of your worth. It is a redirection towards something greater. If you are not valued where you are, it is because your value is waiting for you somewhere else. Stop begging for love. Stop waiting for recognition. Stop forcing yourself into places where your presence is not appreciated. Your destiny is too great, your calling is too high, and your value is too precious. When you are not appreciated, walk away, because where you are truly meant to be, you will never have to force yourself to fit. Thank you.